It began like any ordinary morning broadcast, quiet and unassuming. A BBC interview streamed from London to millions of homes. Soft sunlight in windows, coffee still warm in hands, nothing unusual at all. Their guest was Maria Santos, a young Filipina linguist invited to discuss how English grows and changes across Asia. No one in the studio imagined this would become the moment the world stopped to listen. Oliver Grant, tall and assured, welcomed her with perfect broadcaster polish. Joining us from Manila, Maria Santos. She answered gently, "Good morning, sir. It's an honor to be here." But his smile shifted, an eyebrow arched, subtle enough to deny, clear enough to sting. "Your English," he said, "is quite interesting. The kind of interesting that isn't praise at all." A few viewers chuckled. Maria didn't. She held her poise like silk that doesn't wrinkle under pressure. "We learn English early in the Philippines," she replied, soft but steady. Oliver leaned back, almost entertained. "But do people speak real English there? Not just a local version?" His tone sliced through the room like a question dressed as kindness. The studio tensed. Maria did not. "English isn't borrowed to us," she said calmly. "We speak it beside Filipino, like two rivers flowing together, shaping how we think, learn, and live." He gave a tight laugh. "Still not native English, is it?" He said different but meant wrong. Yet Maria's smile didn't waver. Her voice was soft, but her confidence shone like glass in sunlight. "Sir," she asked gently, "what is real English?" A silence settled. British, American, Australian, Nigerian, Indian, they're all English. "Isn't language alive in every voice that speaks it?" London paused. Oliver blinked, trying to recover. "We use standard English here," he offered. "And who defines standard?" she asked, polite but piercing. "The Queen or history itself?" A sharp ripple moved through the room. Maria continued, voice like velvet wrapped around truth. "Language evolves. British English borrowed French, Latin, even Hindi. Ours grows too. It reflects our culture, our jokes, our warmth. That doesn't make it less, just uniquely ours." She didn't defend with anger, but with brilliance so gentle it felt like grace. The chat flooded, viewers praising her calm fire. Filipinos shared clips across social feeds with pride like light through glass. She wasn't just answering questions, she was changing minds. Oliver tried again. "So Filipino English should stand as its own dialect?" "More," Maria said. "It's proof English belongs to the world, not just one accent or one island or one crown." Applause filled the studio. His notes trembled faintly. She had shifted the floor beneath them without raising her voice. She simply told the truth beautifully. Clips went viral. Comment sections bloomed. Viewers wrote, "Polite but powerful." Even British watchers admitted she was right. English is a bridge, not a badge one group owns. The next day, BBC posted, "Language belongs to everyone who speaks it." Oliver apologized on air. "I learned English connects, not divides. I was wrong to underestimate it." Maria became a symbol, an echo carried across continents. Universities invited her. Students quoted her. People from Africa, India, and the Caribbean thanked her for speaking for them too. Weeks later, she returned to the BBC, this time welcomed with respect, not doubt. Oliver greeted her warmly. "It's an honor to have you back." And he meant every word. Maria smiled, gentle as morning light. The conversation wasn't a challenge anymore. It was growth, recognition, two minds meeting as equals, finally speaking the same language. Back home, classrooms replayed her interview. Teachers told students, "This is how to stand your ground, with knowledge, with kindness." Young Filipinos felt pride replace insecurity. A tweet summed it perfectly. "We don't sound British. We sound Filipino, and that is enough." 1 million likes later, it was clear the world heard her voice. Maria's TED Talk followed, titled, "The English That Belongs to Everyone." She spoke of that day and smiled. "We don't fight with anger. We fight with brilliance and kindness." Oliver stood first when the audience rose in a standing ovation. "Maria," he said later, "you changed how I see English." She answered softly, "That's what language should do. Open hearts." The story lived online like a lantern that never fades. And whenever someone mocked a Filipino accent, someone else whispered, "Careful. Remember the BBC interview?" Because that day, one calm voice proved a truth the world needed. English is not owned by one nation, one crown, one sound. It belongs to everyone who uses it to connect. In the end, language isn't about sounding perfect. It's about making people feel understood. And that day, Maria Santos taught the world to listen.